resting is important. Did you guys just hear that? Did you guys just hear what Gatomon herself just admitted? That the Digimon need to rest and take a pause from their action. See? The show itself knows that the constant action is just insane in this series. That was at the beginning of episode 39 of Digimon Adventure 2020, Jyagamon Potato Hell. So let's dive right into the review. So there's a Digimon named Burgermon with its own burger place in the digital world. For me, this is interesting because in the original adventure, we have seen restaurants before with Digitamamon, but we never really saw what the Digidestined ate in that restaurant. Here, it's nice to actually see a burger place and that we can actually see its regular hamburgers that the Digidestined are eating. It really does make you wonder, how would a Digimon actually think of making a burger? Maybe there were Digidestins way back in the day that have actually taught earthly essentials such as cooking food or having a bubble bath like the Lunamon was giving Commandomon. We didn't actually see the food that Digitamamon made. In Adventure 02, we saw Digitamamon take the soup from the hot spring underneath one of the Destiny Stones. That's the only thing we saw that the kids eat from his restaurant. But even then, he didn't even make it himself. I would love to know what are the traditional digital world food and how the Digimon would teach themselves how to cook. Because as we have seen in Digimon Adventure 2020, it's basically a survival of the fittest. How many times have we seen in previous episodes the stronger Digimon eat the weaker Digimon in this show? So most of the Digimon here are bloodthirsty monsters. So some Digimon having the skills to make burgers and clean and cook could be down to Digidestined entering the digital world way back in its infancy and teaching certain Digimon earthly skills and adapting to those skills. We have seen Digimon digivolve in different environments. Maybe these Digimon even came to the real world and adapted their appearance and speciality to our world. In this episode, there was a Digimon named Blimpmon, so he could go either way. Either the first ever Digidestined came and taught them all these skills, or certain Digimon way back in the day have come to our world and adapted, which is very possible thanks to the link between the network world and all three worlds. Maybe I'm looking way too much into this, but I find this stuff so fascinating. I felt so bad for Potamon. How many times have you gone to a shop for a specific item or even a restaurant and you want to have a certain meal and they don't have it or stop doing it? I came all this way for this one thing and you lot stopped doing it. It's always a piss take, so when Burgermon dropped that bombshell to Joe's new best friend Potamon, Potamon was naturally heartbroken. I can't lie, I felt for him as well at this moment. Now, I did feel bad for him, but he then dark digivolves into Jyagamon as a result of his hate for not having chips anymore. There was no dark digivice used, no dark ring or dark spiral or black gears, and not even Millenniumon's shard or dark lightning. He just done it by himself with the negative emotions that he was having, and he digivolved to ultimate no less. This is important, guys. I'm certain this will come into play in future episodes through the final arc of the show, where things will go intense. Yo guys, Joe was quite badass here, coming up with an elaborate plan to stop the potatoes from exploding, using Lunamon's bubbles on Commandomon, and also with the help of Angewomans and Zudomon, he used Zudomon's hammer and attacked Jyagamon, turning him back to normal. When was the last time we saw one of the Digidestined actually use their partner Digimon's weapons? You don't see Tai using Metal Greymon's Giga Blasters on another Digimon. That was so badass. Even our two golden boys, Tai and Matt, didn't even do what Joe did in this episode, and that is the reason why he deserves the title of leader, as we saw Gatomon calling Joe a leader. This was a very fun episode to watch. It had light-hearted banter. Joe finally got some screen time and was the centerpiece of this episode. It was just nice and chilled in this episode. We know that the team is going to Faga, so I'm guessing along the way we will be getting a few more light-hearted episodes, which is fine because if they're all like this and we learn new stuff about the digital world, and if certain characters are given their moment to shine, then I wouldn't really mind it that much. But anyway guys, what did you think of this episode? Did you enjoy it like me, or did you guys hate it? Let me know down in the comments, and as always, care for nothing.